from me. Yeah. Hey, how are you? We're going to start the PM chat. And first, I'm going to present myself. So I'm Monico Maña, MCVP PMOD of ISIC in Costa Rica. And in the picture, you will see like part of the network of PM in this entity, and here I am. So I hope this space will be really useful for you. And at the end, I will create like a space of Q&As if you have any doubt, an additional doubt, or I will answer also the other questions that some of you put in the question poll that Jennifer have give you before. And first, I'm going to talk about some PM basics. And first, the first thing I want to refresh is what is the PM role in an entity. So we work taking decisions regarding membership based on data. So this is very important because all the strategies and all the things that we work on are related to the data we're tracking every month. And it's not only like retention, it's a lot of different metrics that we work in and we track all the months. And why is that? It's because our MOS is achieve a high percentage of members achieving their goals, because if we guarantee the members achieving their goals, we're guaranteeing that the operations are happening, and also that the membership is developing themselves in a personal way, not only in an operational way. So with this MOS, we try to combine all the personal development and also professional development. Okay, and now with some of our current data in the entity, we have 4 local committees and 1 extension. We have now like an approx of 108 members at local level. This number will be higher because we're now in recruitment process, and also we have like a new extension. So the new extension is going to be running from February. So we will have more membership with this. And the level of retention in the last year was an average of 74%, and the productivity is 4.9. And the thing with this is that this is like a general rate, but it could change between DLCs, okay? Because we have different, and also can change because of the product and DLC specifically. And now our team standards implementation, it's around 60% of implementation. So as you can see, we have to work a lot in this stage of team standards implementation, and also upgrade the retention. This is the current distribution about our membership. The last year we had like only 4 local entities, in which Tech was the LC that has the most part of the membership with 33.5%. But now, as I told you a few minutes ago, this distribution will change because of the new extension, which is Punta Arenas. Okay, And now with the TM process implementation, we have 100% of implementation in get phase. This is taking into account the last semester and also now the current phase of recruitment, which is ongoing now, and we have a really strong um, framework and process in all the recruitment process. So that's the thing about we have 100% of implementation. And then with KEEP, we have like 80% because it's most based in the rewards and recognition strategies and also like the succession strategies and plans in LC level. So that was some things that we worked on the last semester. And the main battles are developed with 61% of implementation and report. I put like some points in development report because that those two are like the main battles since the last semester, and also I want to continue the main strategies around these two process because are the ones that need to evolve more in this term. Okay, now looking in a specific way develop, we have like the main battles. As you can see, the last semester, the first strategy was performance management, and it was like a start all this culture around performance management and work on the mindsets about how can we implement performance management at LC level. So we start creating like the routine and also the process of change management, or how can I use the new tools, how can I track the real performance of my members by month, by Q, and also how can I relate the performance with my personal development plan. And all this is the biggest strategy that I was working on the last semester, and I will continue this semester. The second thing is with TL capacity building, specifically with the evaluation of the competence and also the things that the TLs need to know more, like in team standards and how to implement them, and how could we start developing this education specifically for the TLs. That was not the best implementation the last semester, so this new semester we create a new framework of education that is related to the next strategy, which is the NEC, National Education Cycle, because the last semester we didn't have the best implementation. So, and also at local education cycle strategy was not the best. So the evolution in this stuff is like we created a new national education cycle, and we're working on a certification way of education at the national level that is also related to a new education hub, which is going to be the launch will be in February. So we're working now on that, and also really we're working on the LEC strategy at local level, but always related to the national education cycle, like as a complement in a local level. And also the other evolutions that we're working on this semester, and I hope that the next term will continue, are the evolution of PDP and performance tools, like in a better way to evaluate all the rates and have like a better clarity of the current state of the members. And also related to this is the 9-box categories and performance reviews, because the last semester we started change management, as I told you. We started the change management of start implementing the performance management. So now we're going to reinforce more the performance review and also the categories in the 9-box for to understand what are the membership we have in our LCs, and how can we improve these categories, and trying to look for have more hyper performers, stars, and like the best categories of the 9-box. Now with the KEEP process, the main battles we work on were the membership mapping, like how is our membership, how is the engagement of our membership, and how can we create like a succession plan to guarantee real applicants for EVs, for TLs, and other positions that keep the membership more time in the organization, and also strategies that can set in the mindset of the membership to stay more time in the organization. And also this is related to the career path alignment. So that was the three things that we're working more this term. And the evolutions with this are first, the monthly engagement assessment, because the last semester was only like per Q, and now we're going to have more track about more about this and how it's been the experience of the membership, and also the rewards and recognition system, because the last semester we were working like in a system based only in operational goals, and now we're going to make an evolution based also in health indexes in that are embedded in the OD model of Costa Rica. So we're going to take in account all of this, and also like a better strategy to evolve this rewards and recognition system, taking into account the internal communication of the entity and some other stuff. And also embed the 9-box in membership mapping, because as I told you, we were working on membership mapping to can develop the succession plan. But if we didn't have like the part of the develop process, which is 9-box in the performance management, we couldn't have like the best clarity of the real membership that we have. So this is the time to evolution also the succession plan related to the develop process with the performance and the 9-box. And now with the report process, the main battles that we were working on are the Smart PM, which is a big tool of all the data of PM and all the people's data actually. So it's a big tool in which the VPs they update the tool monthly, and they update the data about retention, team standards, performance, PDP, TM process implementation, and some other stuff. And all the information is just in one place. Also, the main battles were like the report framework alignment, because the VPs didn't have a lot of clarity of what type of data they had to report every month, or what kind of data they need to make the other people knows. And also this is aligned to the monthly reports at EV level culture, because that was something that was not like a routine. So we were working on this. And now for the evolutions, we're trying to make like a real evolution of the Smart PM, which is this tool in center of all the data in Costa Rica for PM. And we're trying to make an evolution of this, and also create like a data storage center at not only a national level, and at local level too, and also make more guidelines for reporting to to the VPs really understand what type of data they need to report, and how they need to report this at their EVs or their LCs too, not only at national level. And also we need to work a lot in data analysis education, because in the history of PM at ISEC in Costa Rica, years ago, there was no data of PM or TM. So because that was not the culture, and that there was no a clear understanding about what kind of things PM needs to track to take real decisions based on real facts. So that is something like, in a cultural way, PM was not responsible to analyze the data. So the membership needs a lot of education in this way, especially for PM. In operations is kind of different. Okay, so that was the status of all the PM process. And also I want to share you which are the main strategies that we're working at national PM now, taking into account the things we worked the last semester, and also the things that we're focused on this semester. Okay, so first is the National Education Cycle certification. So we evolved the NEC in a NEC 2.0. We're creating like an education hub only for Costa Rica. We're working on the local education cycle strategies, like as a complement of the national education cycle. And also we're working on leadership summit only, because as I told you, one of the principal gaps that we had the last semester was that the TLs didn't know how to implement the team standard. So that's the way that we have like not the best percentage of implementation in that way. So we're trying to educate the membership in with virtual spaces, and also with summits, conferences, and some other ways to and then make like a test or a quiz. So the people that answer all the questions well, or the most of the questions well, will be like certificate at national level, and we guarantee that they have like the at least the basic education in each area. And the second strategy is working on performance management. So we work like the rewards and recognition system at MC level. Also the things that I told you before, like the performance review and 9-box categories for the membership, the evolution of the personal development plan and performance tools, also like the local corners in way of working with operations. I mean, way of working of PM with operations, and how can they have like a real routine, and how can PM support more this operational part, and make also these strategies aligned to to the real state of the operations in every phase of the semester. And also like the network management routine. With the strong leadership body is like the thing of educate more the TLs and EVs about team standards and some other competence and things that they need to know to lead a team. So we're working on the TL capacity building, pipeline, and succession planning. This also to guarantee more people applying to leadership roles. And also the leaders education, like in summits and some other virtual spaces specifically for them. And well, that was all the information, strategies, and status that I had for you. So now I'm going to first, I will answer some questions that some of you put into the tool that Jennifer gave you access before. So the first question is, which are the BCPs more common in the local committees? So the answer is the BCPs, bad case practices. It was something that I was telling you before, like the data reporting, how that they really know how to report the PM data and how to analyze it. Also the capacity building of TLs, the team standards implementation, and also the PDP and performance management implementation, but that is mainly because of the change management. The first semester they didn't work on the last year, for example. So when I start my term, I actually start like everything since zero in the way of tracking performance management. So this the last semester and now continue, I think, all this year, like all the change management to the people really understand how to implement this strategy. The second question was, what is the timeline of talent attraction? And well, we have like 2 peaks of recruitment. So we have like December and January is the peak that we're ongoing now. So in December we have like the campaign creation, and in January we have the campaign ongoing. Like now we're making all the talent attraction. Okay, and the other peak is in June, July. So in June we create the campaign and we start the campaign also in June, and all July is also the way of the campaign is ongoing. The third question is, let me see just a second. If the local committees have now the organizational culture a real structure. So no, actually not all the ELSs. It has been like a difficult consolidation of the ELC cultures, because sometimes they just stay in a name, but not exactly in behaviors or some other stuff like rewards and recognition campaigns, values, ICOM, and some other basic stuff that involves all the organizational culture. So this is something that we have to work a lot on, because not all the LCs have this plus. The other question is, how is the relation of the universities with the LCs in terms if they have physics spaces and what type of activities they are allowed to do in the university. So with this situation, well, non LC has an office in the university. Only one LC has an agreement with the university, sorry, which is Tech. And they use, or they have like an easier way to have permissions to use different spaces. But the other LCs find out also the way to have spaces in the campus, but not by the way of an agreement, because they don't have. So a lot of activities and stuff, they use the university spaces, but only one LC has like a real agreement, so it's easier for them to make some other things. The next question is, what is the rewards and recognition system that is actually running, and which are the criteria? As I told you, the last semester there was a campaign based in operational performance, and it was not the best effective way or campaign. So now we're creating a rewards and recognition system based on the OD model criteria. So we take into account the also like the operational performance, and also the organizational health, like membership index and finance index also. And the next question is if there is a system of knowledge management that is using in the LC. So no, actually, this semester we, as I told you, we are working on a better neck strategy, which includes like the education hub and certification per department, but is also related to the local education cycle strategy that will guarantee a little bit more the knowledge management at LC level. So that were all the questions that you put in the question poll. So if you have another question, this is the time to do it. I will give you like, I don't know, like 2 minutes to make some questions, and yes. Okay, see if there is no more questions. That was all. Also, you can contact me at my email, which is peoplemanagement at isaaccr.org. And if there is any doubt, or you can also contact me at my WhatsApp number. You can find it out in the booklet application. And that was all. Thank you so much for being in the space, and stay in this chat. See ya.